Hello guys, welcome everyone to today's racing stream on rFactor 2 to begin with, as we are getting ready for the 1000 miles of Sebring happening this weekend. Guys, we need to start working on the car. We are giving ourselves a good hour to get into the groove, to do a little bit of warm-up laps, to do a little bit of installation laps, and start working with the setup. So guys, a Vanwall Hypercar LMH. Here we go. And is definitely an interesting one. Sebring, the car itself, is a car that wants to be... Okay, wait, before we get going here, I need to have graphics stabilize horizon, at least on low. Otherwise, it's undoable here on Sebring. Okay, the car uses a lot of ground effect, which means you need to really set this car up quite low on the bumps, or on the tarmac in general, and then just named it the bumps. That will be an interesting one. So we're gonna start testing with a Spa-Francorchamps setup first. I'm gonna test the Spa setup, and then I'm gonna test the Road America setup to see how they feel, and especially to see which of them is given as a better balance. I quite think that the sim hub is not yet configured correctly. Bear with me. Yuri Arujo, Ice Fox, Bertus, Jansen, and Marvin, thank you for joining. Welcome everyone. Bear with me for a moment. Yes, I parked the car in a stupid spot, I know. Oof. Red line at 9,000. And the over maximum RPM, I think it's 9,200. Let's see how this goes. That's better. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Yes, Marvin, that is Sebring for you right here, right there. That racetrack is, I think, the bumpiest racetrack I can find in the modern era. But the smoking should stop soon. And then we're gonna go for the first couple of time lapse. James, that is a difficult one to answer. I think right now I do roughly 3 hours a day in average in the sim. Obviously there is days with no activity, and then there's days with like 4 or 5 or 6 hours in the sim. So in average I'd say between 3 and 4 hours a day. But then there is Jernej Simencic, who's doing this full time, and I think he's in the sim 7 hours a day, 6 hours a day. I gotta say, the car doesn't feel as bad as I thought it might. Of course, this is still just first laps. I need to get down to how the bad car is feeling. And stop missing the apexes and so on. Antoine, We really love the Sebring on rFactor too. That's great to hear. I think it is a great model track, to be honest. You see how bumpy it is in real life, so this is very close to it. Yeah, I think Le Mans Ultimate is a big eye-opener on the quality on rFactor 2. I know many people have dodged rFactor 2 due to all its issues, and I can understand that they did that. But what most people tend to forget still is that rFactor 2 still is one of the greatest when it comes to physics and laser scanned tracks. At least for those that are official, you know, official DLCs and stuff. And James, to answer your second question on how my body is dealing with the time in the sim, it's a pain sometimes. Sometimes the left knee's hurting from the brake. Both my weight muscles tend to be a little stiff. And then lately I have an issue with the outside ligaments on the right foot's ankle. James, to be honest, I think it does. I've seen a couple of guys mentioning in the streams that because of Le Mans Ultimate they're giving rFactor 2 another try. And I certainly hope that people are giving it a try for real. I think the more you play Le Mans Ultimate lately, the more you see that it is graphically enhanced compared to rFactor 2. That there are some changes indeed, but generally speaking, you see that rFactor 2 is clearly the base of this. And I think that's great to see and great to understand. Still think it's a shame that we don't have chances to put liveries in on Le Mans Ultimate, but okay, it is what it is. Yeah, Sebring certainly gives me the rest, because apart from, I would say, the feet leg part of my body already screaming, it's now the shoulders and the arms starting to scream as well, due to all the shakes and the bumps and everything. Yeah, Hugo, I think what I like doing is proper cooldowns, like after the FSR race of yesterday, which was a high intensity on both body and stamina. I should go for a good walk and then do a little bit of stretching and stuff, but I failed doing that yesterday, and I usually fail doing that any other day as well. Okay. So that is the spa setup then. Copy. Let's see how the Road America setup does. I keep forgetting that the car is only 6 gears. I was thinking it's 7, but it's only 6. Anti-Hero Virtual Endurance Championship has been on rFactor 2 since ever. No one can switch to Le Mans Ultimate right now, as you cannot host individual servers. Speaking about Le Mans Ultimate, guys, we're gonna do Spa once again, but not in the Ferrari this time, but in the Porsche Hypercar. So let's see if we can make it a little bit more interesting with a Porsche than for you guys. Yeah, that exit curb that we're just coming towards to is an absolute rattle machine. I think you'll see that on my hands as well, as soon as I touch it. Probably time to put a filter there. No, Anti-Hero, it will change every Tuesday. So tomorrow there is a change, and I think they've posted the next week's events already somewhere. So the car hit a bump mid-turn, sideways over it, kind of stopped jumping around. I think Road America, it was quite fine to run stiff springs. Here that doesn't seem to be that working much. Bax80, thank you for the follow, welcome to the stream. Lord Helmchen der Erste, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Oh my goodness me. This car drives absolutely horrendous. There's a long fucking way to go. Fax 80, yes. I mean, I'm biased. I have 6,700 playing hours on rFactor 2. But if you love the physics of Le Mans Ultimate, and if you're looking for something similar, but just with a bigger variety of cars, such as Porsche Cup Car, and so on, then this is certainly the right sim for you to take. So the softer springs certainly mean more easy over the bumps. Also, I think it's quite soft dampers here. But I wonder whether you need to do something even more crazy on the suspension, like raising it on the rear or raising it on the front. I would not expect any content drops in rFactor 2 in the next month. I'd probably say as soon as Le Mans Ultimate gets, if it gets 2024 DLCs, after it got those, we can maybe, and I say maybe, hope for more content on rFactor 2. I don't know. If you love cup cars, I think then rFactor 2 is your sim to go to, as we have touring cars that are close to cup cars. We have the BMW M2 Cup car, we have the Porsche 911 or 992 Cup car, and obviously rFactor 2 is full of third-party content modders, so there is an Alpine Cup car. There's lots of cup cars that you can race on RF2 for sure. What do you mean it's unlockable? I mean, it could be that it is DLC, yeah, so are the touring cars. And even the Porsche Cup car, I can't remember. Was that one free? I mean, you can counteract the soft springs with stiff third springs. Just need to see whether the car got these, but I think since it is a hypercar, it should have it. This setup should have soft springs and soft dampers. Certainly not a bad thing around here. But I need to get a bit more creative when it comes towards the suspension, it seems. It's still jumping a little bit too much up and down with these bumps, I think. Having a bit of understeer as well. Certainly not wrong, Marvin. It's just here into Sunset, I think. Is a bit too understeery in entry. The exit now seems fine, obviously. There's that one stupid bump in the middle of that turn 1. Okay, so let's compare these both setups that we have here and find maybe something good, better. Ah, look at this. This is where our understeer is coming from. This is where our oversteer from the on throttle is coming from. Okay, guys. Couple of fixes already in. That's amazing. Let's give this one a try. So guys, I hope you're looking forward to the Porsche 963 Hypercar around Spa for another weekly that we're going to race on Le Mans Ultimates in roughly 1 hour. Hillybaga, thank you so much for your follow on Twitch. Welcome to the stream. $1510 DAS. Hey there, man. Nice name change. What does the DAS stand for? So, car should be more rotating, yet a little bit more stable. Quite funny to say this while going over the bumps, be like, hot rodeo. But let's see, maybe this is helping wonders. rFactor 2 should be 30 euros on Steam, I think. Yeah guys, and if you appreciate the content, if you appreciate what we're doing here, then please follow us on Twitch, subscribe us on the YouTube channel. We massively appreciate it. So it seems like I fixed a little bit of grounding on the main straight, that's for sure, as we have faster straight line speed coming out of Sunset Bend, and that surely wasn't like a super special way of driving Sunset. The car is a lot more stable now. Here it doesn't like jump braking over the bumps. So Toby, yep, this is a Vanwall, absolutely, you see this correctly. Ah, nice. Does the team still exist, or? Oh, let's see, gains on the back straight, 316, 320, 21. First time I'm hitting turn 1 in a good way. Still need a little bit more front end rotation. Ah, I see. Yeah, the pandemic has killed a lot of things. Also, it has effectively... Well, it has born and maintained Burst Esport, but at the same time it has also killed it. Too much understeer. What can I do with the setup then? Let me see. First of all, let's save this as Sebring V1. Then I'll also give you guys a little bit of insight what we have here. I would love to even go shorter on the gear ratio. I'll go click down on the rear wing. And then you know what? Am I gonna just put that rear right height maximum now? I kind of want to see what's going on with that car when there is the right height on maximum. Also, I stiffen the third spring maximum at the front. That should give even a bit more right height control for the front. Well, that's good in a way, 1510, right? At least means that you guys have done a good development job. So I think my rear is going to be all over the place though. Remember what I said about this car being a ground effect car. So I think it needs a Venturi effect on the underneath the floor to operate well. Well, meanwhile, I would have to go and watch on the forums, Studio 397, or somewhere out on the social medias for notifications, invitations. And the last 2 or 3 years I've been more or less been kind of invited to them, as being a veteran of rFactor 2 Simracing. But yeah, right now it is just like a little bit of searching through communities, searching through forums and stuff. I can't believe this. This car feels not too bad. Like, it's not like the rear's all over the place. I mean, not right now at least. Wonder how that is as soon as the tire wear is kicking in. Let's see if we go die here. Nope, we just go understeer. Which should not be the case at all anyway with the settings that we've just taken. Copy, Thomas. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I've started with the spa setup as as you said, one car was good over the bumps, or like they let one car was bad over the bumps, the other one was worse, and spa was the bad one. So I started working with that. Then I have cranked up the front third spring for better dynamic front end right height control. Seems to start working a bit better over these bumps. Hey Alex Martini. And now I've just tested to use maximum brake, maximum rear right height for the moment. Ironically, it doesn't give me any better downforce during the high-speed turns, and at the same time doesn't really oversteer too much. But of course, I think the overall car performance is suffering from it, so it's certainly not the right way to go. Jonas, thank you so much for your follow there on the Twitch channel, much appreciated. What do you mean if I'm using TCS? Like the in-car controlled TC, that is what we're of course using. Because I don't want to race this car with TC off. There you go. Okay, so that is what maximum rear right height gives you then. Certainly not the way to go either. Then we try lowering it. Yeah, facts. I mean, you can see we have, where is it? Standard traction control. Oops. We have cut and slip. Those, of course, we're going to use, yeah. Yeah, rFactor 2 has changed its part like 4 or 5 months back already, I think. I think together when they brought out rFactor 2 online, their competition system. Or their updated competition system. Yeah, the other one had its flaws as well, but certainly this HUD now is a bit different. I mean, I kinda got used to it to a certain extent. But I've also liked the other one a bit more, I think. think 6mm is too little though. Oh yes, 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 yes. Copy, box. We need to fix the carbono. Yeah, 75 then. Let's try this. It's also... do I want to put packers? I don't think I want to put packers. Yeah, maybe spring rate 1 click stiffer and the anti-roll bar a click stiffer in the back for more rotation. We take it from there. Firefox, hello and welcome. Yes, so the Road America setup had 6.7 in the back and the Spa setup at 7.0 in the back. And more soft suspension. So what I think is, obviously, on the one hand, the bumps have been worse to experience with the 6.7 in the first place, and additionally with the stiff springs that we had, we were just jumping from one bump to another. Which is a little bit of a concern that I'm having right now with adding spring stiffens a click. But we'll see how it goes. I need to somehow improve the drivability, then the lap time will improve from itself. 1510, thank you so much for gifting a sub here. Appreciate your support on the stream. So half an hour till we jump over into the hypercar. Porsche 963 around Spa on the more Ultimate. Yes, facts, we're going to race there on the more Ultimate today. Absolutely. It was just important for me, as we have the 1000 miles of Sebring, to at least do some installation laps, get the first clicky boys on the setup done, so that we can work harder on the setup, hopefully on a Wednesday. Although that is quite packed already from us, as we're doing in the more Ultimate weekly, and maybe checking out the iRacing rain. However, Thursday is a little bit off Sebring running, and you know what, I just kind of want to enjoy Sebring a little bit, so if we're not on maximum pace, then so be it as well. I don't have a big issue with that. Especially now since we raced Div 2. Speaking of Div 2, there is an esports diary coming your way tomorrow, guys. Gonna release that around 7 PM here on the YouTube channel. Let me recap a little bit the activities from February. Show you a little bit of a deeper insight into what's driving my mind, what's driving my business. And tomorrow we will not have a stream, so that you guys are just aware of that. I'm not sure what I should think of the rear spring. The rear anti-roll bar might have been improvements, not the rear spring. Hell yeah, the bumps. Tire body is shaking. Copy, Thomas. We'll give this another 15 or 20 minutes maybe. This is the understeer that I don't want. So what to do against that? Put the anti-roll bar a bit down. Let's see how that goes. I'm not sure if the third spring at the front is introducing too much understeer. In fact, it should actually help us with having a consistent front end, because the right height of the front end also determines the cornering performance. There, a stiff third spring should help with going lower on the front right heights, therefore not bouncing over the curbs though, despite being relatively low in the front. Can have a look into that in the Motec as well. Hey Ben, how are you? Motec tracks the right height and its movement, or the suspension movement. So you can see the effect of the third spring, but I don't think you can see the third spring in Motec as such. Yeah guys, and once again, if you appreciate the racing we do here, please become a follower on Twitch, please subscribe us on the YouTube channel. This Saturday, 1,000 miles of Sebring, with the exclusive onboard of this particular car for the entire race. I keep missing every apex because of a lazy turn-in, but once the car is turned in, it turns. Turns pretty nice, apparently. Yeah, rake is a calculated value indeed. The soft end feels more sluggish now. Maybe just a click or two back towards stiffer anti-roll bars, let's see. I still want to finish that lap though, because it seems like you can generally lean a little bit more on the front. This car is still a mystery to me. I mean, I'm racing it now the 5th or 6th race, but I haven't fully understood the grips of it yet. More improvements, 44.6. Traffic is going to be horrendous. Yes, it's not like on ACC. Well, I mean, yeah, of course, on ACC you do nothing else. You raise the front end or lower it, and you raise the rear end or lower it, and then the game is at least giving you what kind of rake you are having in static. But obviously what rake you have dynamic and being racing and on the way. That is just something you can see in the telemetry in the correct way. Yeah, but rake is always a calculation. The rake is the difference between the rear right height and the front right height. And in all cars usually that's positive, so that the rear is higher than the front. And well, in some GT3s and rFactor 2 I saw it is better if you have negative rake, so a lower rear compared to the front. So I've seen it all. Marvin, then I encourage you to get your course on www.improvinglaptime.com with our engineer Fabian. He's a Motec master guru. Much more experienced than me. I'm the better driver, he's the better engineer for sure. Look at me hitting apexes, therefore improving the lap time. Fabian is German, yes. Lopex, thank you so much with a raid for a party of 3. Welcome to the Virtual Endurance Championship class practice. I think we're doing progress here in the setup. Very good, very nice. We started with 46.0, we're in the 44.6 already. Not sure where that guy is going to, but that is certainly an off track. As we improve by 2.5 tenths, even in the second or third lap. Let's see whether we can improve that further. 44.4. Oh yep. Box. I'm unsure. There is no packer included. And I already raised the rear right height. I could raise it again. Maybe it's the anti-roll bar causing the snaps here. I'm going a click harder again on the anti-roll bar. And I'm thinking of going 2 clicks up with the front right height as well. Maybe it just gives a little bit more travel way. Goldwinger, thank you. Gap was just 20 seconds to the lead, that is fine. The fact that this is only P9 is not too fine. What else do we have here? Dampers. Could try to keep that slow rebound a bit stiffer so that the weight stays at the front. Maybe it stopped the oscillations. Yep. Wanna see if that is doing a little bit of a job. Increased stiffness. what you want me to change. I mean, stiffness in the spring, right? Here I see what you mean. Maybe we should put it back to 40 for maximum front end. Yeah, Sim UK review. You need to be aware though that we're not on the Ultimate and in an LMP2. We are on the LMH Hypercar. Yeah, okay. I see. I'm gonna try let the lap time speak a little bit and see how the car feels while doing the lap times. Or fast rebounds. Copy. Now let's see. I'm gonna get this lap together though for the first impression. Almost Spinala. I hear the rear end is too loose. Like already. But then this sunset was incredibly nice. 44.0. So a bit more preload again. Then right high back to 0. More rebounds. But we need more of the fast rebounds rather than the slow rebounds apart from the front, I think. No, Alan. We are on rFactor 2 here. Oops. Has my pit moved or did I just... No, I was just blind. Yep, guys, it's rFactor 2. But we're back on Le Mans Ultimate in 15 minutes, so this is kind of the last attempt anyway. Last 2 or 3 laps, then I go for a short break. Guys, we're gonna stay live on Twitch, just quickly changing names and category and stuff, and then for YouTube, of course, we're gonna switch streams. And then we're gonna jump into the Porsche 963 around Spa-Francorchamps. We're trying to get the car up to speed. Trying to do a little bit of back-to-back tests, as we've raced that race with the Ferrari and won. So we want to see whether we can win it as well in the Porsche. Yes, a couple of you guys will be happy with that. Let's see how happy will be with that in the end. No, I'm happy that they gave the temp car like a proper looking Porsche GTE at least. Okay, so many LMPs ahead. Let's just wait here. I wouldn't be surprised if it was that higher right height that even got us the oversteer. The higher right height from the front. Because I could imagine that a higher right height on the front somehow makes the overall ground effect working less, therefore having a less strong diffuser. Made the car probably easier to drive than this. Let's see. Just 20,000 spec. Am I running onto these LMPs already again? Or is that a new group of cars? Either way, it's in my way. I missed that apex by quite a bit. Yeah, to me that the 4.2 on the right height felt better. As in, much easier. But I take that the car can do high 43s. Almost. Sergio, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Hoppa. It feels much more understeery in general. I would like to quickly try 4.3 on the front right height again. Just to make sure. Maybe I need to reduce the preload again. And we can further think about what to do with the suspension. Thing that just can give this 2 or 3 more laps. This is probably the last change that I can do for now. Yep, fuel map isn't safety car. Once again being stuck by these LMPs. Front end feels much more consistent. Oh yes, GT3s should be easier to be set up on Sebring, that's for sure. Look at this, it took the bump. That is a tenth faster. Matt, I will see. Thank you so much for your follow on the Twitch channel. Much appreciated. Welcome to the stream. Ah. Bravissimo. Sunset is beautiful now. Like it really is. Yep, leave the door open and close it, that's what we want to see. Fuck's sake. Nope, Hypercar, but rFactor 2, yes. Yeah, anyway, I need to stop here. So what I'm going to do is save this as a version 2, send it to Thomas. Thomas will be happy that he got at least a car that is riding the bumps okay now. And then guys, we're gonna get ready to jump into Le Mans Ultimate. Once again, we're gonna stay live on the Twitch channel. For guys on YouTube, just stay on the stream. You will be automatically forwarded to the correct stream on Le Mans Ultimate. And then guys, we are back in roughly 3 minutes. So see you there.